go. Need you to like let's put this behind.
Behind what? Freaky nigga. Check the freaking out. So where we at with it, right?
Put it on chest level so it don't, you feel me?
I don't want to change it and shit right here.
Yeah.
Bet.
Cool. There's a magnet too, so
Bet.
put that right there behind it. Same way we did it last time, you feel me? You want me to do it?
So you see you nervous? Watch the D's. Yeah. My dad turn his bitch. We rock? Alright, bet. You ready to clear the air?
I'm ready to clear the air.
You sure? What it do, what it is, your girl Queen checking in. We are here with the one and only punchline motherfucking princess Danjale herself. How you doing, mama?
I'm good. I'm very excited to be here. Ready to clear the air.
Oh, yeah? Oh, she ready to get to the nitty gritty?
Get the popcorn ready.
Well, first of all, it was a pleasure watching you come through and kill that performance, you know.
Yes, thank you.
You know, I definitely can't wait for y'all to see that. So let's just get straight to it. I think it's very important for people to understand a person as well as they get to see you and your artistry on the main stage all the time. But often people feel like, social media is just a highlight reel. And I feel like it's more to Danjale than just the highlight reels, right?
True.
So let's get into it. As it relates to music specifically, is there anything that you got coming out? Shows, anything like that you want the people to know before we get into the meat and potatoes of what's going on here?
Absolutely. Milkshake is out. Go stream that. Go stream No Milkshake on all streaming platforms. I do have other music coming out. I have a song with a native rapper coming out called Mean Girls. I have a song with Jabba coming. I got a song with Tizzy coming. I got a song dropping on Valentine's. It's just a lot of stuff coming out. So very excited for that. The DMV Backyard Jam is coming up again on February 15th at Cecil's Bar and Lounge in Laurel. So that's gonna be fire. And we in New York, we in Brooklyn on the 31st. So that's really exciting. I'm very excited to be back in New York performing a long ass set.
Danjale takes Brooklyn and everywhere else straight like that. Yeah. All right, so I think it's important to just get straight into the music. Oftentimes in African American households, music is rejected or forms of artistry is rejected as a career choice. So in your experience and in your upbringing, how was your support when you decided to go into music full time?
I feel like I was supported by everybody that was close to me when I decided I was going to do it. I have come from a musical background, or just from a arts and creative family. So everybody does something. Like everybody is a storyteller in their own way, whether it's through poetry, whether it's writing, whether it's rapping. Like everybody kind of does something. And specifically, my mom and dad are both writers, and they both love hip hop. They both love music in general, and so they kind of fostered that in me. So when I decided that I was going to do music, it was kind of like, oh, okay. Like everybody was like, well, all right, that makes sense. I mean, I already kind of had the persona for it, and it was just a matter of like putting pen to paper and making things work out. And they've always been supportive. Like the music wasn't always good. So, they're growing with me and they're evolving with me and they're watching all of these changes. So I feel completely supported by my immediate circle. In music.
So do you feel like your parents had a huge role in developing, your writing style and skills or helping you come into your own artistry? Or do you feel like you just kind of used their, their momentum and their, what would I say, their boldness in what it takes to actually be a Black creator, you know what I'm saying, as like the influence to find your own way?
I feel like because neither of my parents like pursued music as a career, they didn't impact me in that way, but they impacted me more on the versatility of my music taste.
Okay.
And so that allowed me to be kind of diverse when it came to music and not be in such a box, and be able to play with different genres and different sounds and different styles of music. So they did impact me in that way by just like making sure when I was young, I was hearing all different kinds of music. Like when people ask me my favorite artist, I always throw Tracy Chapman in there. I throw Ludacris in there. Like there's a lot of people that Angie Stone. Like there's so many artists. Anita Baker. There's so many artists that like I grew up listening to, and so it just added to my music palette. that's what I would say their impact was in my music taste.
Definitely some diversity in your taste.
Yeah.
I 100% can identify with that. So when did you realize, I know you mentioned like, starting off slow, when did you realize music was more than just a hobby for you?
I realized music was more than just a hobby when I started performing, and it was just kind of like effortless. Like it didn't really feel like I needed to do any extra work than the work that I already done. I started off in the entertainment industry in DC as a bartender. So I networked and I met a lot of people. So once I started to do music, it was like I already knew everybody. I already knew these people. They're already coming to the shows, and so I'm already kind of connected in that way. So that was really good. That was really interesting for me. But I just knew. I knew when I got on that stage and I started performing that it was like this
It was home for you.
It made me feel good.
It
Made me feel good. So once I got on that stage, I would say that's when it was like
it clicked for you. Yeah, it was received. And now you fired though, so I can imagine that being your journey. So with all that's going on in the world and most people being in somewhat of an identity crisis, right? Or they saying socials is just like a highlight reel. Nobody shows the back end. Like, how do you stay authentic while navigating the music industry?
I stay authentic by just not trying to compete with people. I feel like it's so important to find your lane, find your following, and I think people the virality of certain moments have kind of made people be attracted to going viral and getting famous by going viral instead of building your fan base, building your community from the ground up, and then carrying it that way. So I think just by building a team of people around me who really care, who want to see me prosper, who want to see me grow, and who are willing to grow with me and evolve with me, I think that's really kept me grounded and just kind of sane and not really trying to keep up with other people, as I have support. Like the people who are on my side are really supportive of me. So
100%. I don't think you would have it no other way as a fan, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So this as a fan, what I do respect, not value, but what I respect about you is your voice when it comes to today's politics, activism, influence. So how does like local culture, politics, activism play into your music?
I feel like my music is my dog in the fight, kind of. I think that sometimes I feel like it's a problem of society that everybody kind of looks for the next person to be the first person to do the thing so everybody can kind of follow along with that. And I also personally am a very realistic person. I'm always checking the scenario. I'm always looking at what's going on. And I don't want to overexert myself. I was not put on this planet to be a savior for everybody. So my dog in the fight is being able to write music, and I know that that's what opened people's minds a lot of times. Sometimes people can look at the facts of a situation and completely ignore it, but when you put it in a song, it makes people feel different. It resonates with people differently. So I always try to, incorporate activism into my music, however it goes. I feel like it's made me and my mom closer musically doing that, because I think she's always been supportive, but I think she was kind of waiting for me to evolve musically so that she could feel a part of it, because where she liked the music, she ain't finna be all bitches and hoes and sluts and shaking. She's not doing it.
Right.
So as I started to incorporate like activism in my music, it opened another lane of, now I'm making music with my mom, which a lot of people don't do or don't see.
Yeah.
And so that added another layer of wow factor. But I think activism is very important, and I feel like more people should use their creativity to shine light on what's going on. And at the very least, if nothing else, it makes you feel better to be able to get that shit out and not have it sitting on your chest and not feel like you can't do anything and you're just hopeless. I think music, writing it out and getting your thoughts out on paper really does help. So I'm always gonna say free Palestine, free Sudan, free Congo, free everybody. And yeah.
Right, because what is freedom really these days in America, right? You hear me?
That part right there.
Okay, so with that being said, I think this is a great question. With people struggling so much with mental health, like how do you protect your mental health specifically, even though you do use music as your outlet and a tool to bring awareness and shine light on what's going on? Is that more your tool, or do you have other tools in the box that kind of just protect your mental health through, the opinions of people?
I think to protect my mental health, well, first, I don't care about people's opinions because, again, like I said, I build my community the way I wanted my community. I didn't build. I'm not doing this for everybody else to be like, oh my God, you're fantastic. I do music because I love music and because I'm passionate about it, and everybody that's around me is here because they know I'm passionate about what I'm doing.
Right.
So I don't really. The opinions don't really affect my mental health, but I will say, one thing that I've had to learn is just how to say no. And I've always said no, but just not having fear, missing out on certain things and stuff like that. Just knowing when I'm overworked, when I'm overwhelmed, knowing when my patience is thin, knowing when I don't feel like being around people, knowing when I need solitude, like being able to acknowledge those moments and not feel bad about not being able to show up in certain instances or show up for certain people. And creating people around me, bringing people around me who know that Danjale is going to say no when she's tapped out. It's not because she don't love you. It's not because she don't want to be there for you, but because she just needs space for herself. So solitude has never been a problem for me.
Nah.
I ain't never shied away from a moment to take to myself and just, say, I can't.
No, I understand. I live by that. Boundaries without enforcement is a suggestion.
That part
You hear
right
me?
there.
And I don't really ask people how to handle me. I feel that. So I know you originally from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You've been stepping through the scene real mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what DMV stereotypes do you feel like you reject?
I reject all stereotypes.
Oh.
I reject all stereotypes.
Okay.
Don't put your stereotypes on me. I don't want to be in your box. I don't want to be compared to none of your face. I reject all stereotypes. I feel like everybody should look at every human as their individual person. Everybody's different. Everybody's come from a different path. So I reject all the stereotypes. When you see me, when you hear me, create your own opinion of who I am, because I don't think I fit any DMV stereotypes at all.
So how do you feel about, because again, I am a fan, I done voted on many things, Whammy Awards and etc. And I also tagged you in some things as well to just kind of bring some attention to how you shining light on your music and your artistry in this region, regardless of where you from, like your roots and your music is here, right? So like, how did you feel when people were making you feel like you weren't from here, so you didn't deserve what your fans and your following felt like you deserved?
Yeah. I mean, they said the same thing about Wale. And guess what? He at the top.
Nah, I say
So
that.
it really is just a matter of like, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, because it does matter. And at the end of the day, I'm an artist and we're sensitive about our shit. Like, we want our shit to count. We work hard for it.
Correct.
But at the same time, I don't care to be on anybody's list. Like I keep saying, like, my support system is my support system, and I know who rides for me. And at the end of the day, it shows in the accolades that I've been able to achieve so far in such a short amount of time, because I've only been rapping for 5 years. And so, the amount of things that I've been able to achieve far supersede anybody's list, anybody saying I'm from the DMV or not from the DMV. And at the end of the day, I love the culture of the DMV. I love the city. I love all of the people that I've met here. And I've lived everywhere in the DMV, Montgomery County, Charles County, DCPS. I've gone everywhere. And so I feel like I've kind of created a footprint here, And so whether people like to say it or don't like to say it, DC pride thing, I get it all, but it doesn't matter. I feel like a list is just a list. I see what the fuck these people clap for, so I ain't.
And they always call later, Yeah.
They be cheering for it, so it ain't really too much.
Say that. All right, so because I feel like you are amazing and your influence, I respect what you stand for. As we clear the air, what's one gem your journey has taught you that the culture needs to hear right now? What you want to leave them with?
I think the biggest gem is to invest in yourself first. And once you invest in yourself, you will attract people who also are willing to invest in you and make sure that, you're the best person that you can be despite whatever is going on around you. So really just making yourself that investment, and also investing in other people who support you. I think too often relationships can be parasitic and not mutual. And that's a problem, especially in the DMV. Where people don't support the people that support them. So just invest in yourself, invest in the people around you, create a good support system, and network, and be a good person. That's it. Just be a good person.
Heavy on that. You heard it there first, man. We gonna wrap it up. Let's clear the air with the motherfucking punchline princess Danjale herself. Period. Yeah.